Hi everyone, my name is Arielle and welcome back to my channel. I am currently in Queenstown, New Zealand, and we've actually been here in New Zealand for a little over a week. You may have caught some of our adventures already in last week's episode, but Sam and I are on our own now and we're doing New Zealand Van Life Edition, which we've done before and we loved, so we're doing it again. We have like 4 or 5 days to explore on our own before heading over to Australia for a couple of weeks. So today we are taking the Queenstown gondola up to the top, and then we're going to do a fun hike off of the top and kind of see as far as we can get. There's this hike that goes up to a really beautiful summit view, but we are pretty tired because it's been such a full-on adventure. So we're going out with the intention of maybe getting to the summit, but also just kind of seeing where the day goes. I know that either way, the views are going to be absolutely amazing, so I am super excited to bring you guys along for the adventure. All right. Let's go hiking.
Daisies blooming, sundress swaying in the breeze. I can't stop staring. You've put a spell on me, and I hope that you never decide to set me free. The way you're moving, it's got me moving my own feet. The greatest feeling that I could ever dare to dream is you forever moving next to me. Let's not waste time, oh, take this slow. We've got miles behind us, but miles to go. So let's just break this down to the simplest truth.
All right, we made it to the saddle, which is where we were going to decide whether we wanted to just turn around there or go all the way to the top. But we're feeling pretty good, and it's actually not quite as bad as I thought. It's a good amount of climbing this hike, but the views are so good. And everything online said that if you had the energy, you should go to the top. So we're doing it.
Getting it.
Whew, okay, the next part looks like twice as steep. So wish us luck.
You and I as one will always be better than two. The leaves ain't waiting, their colors changing like the times. And I'm taking, darling, would you be mine? And I hope you know I will love you for the rest of my life. Let's not waste time, oh, take this slow. We've got miles behind us, but miles to go. So let's just break this down to the simplest truth. You and I as one will always be better than two.
I'm so glad we decided to go all the way to the top.
Frickin' gorgeous.
We've been up here for like probably an hour and a half just hanging out because it's so beautiful. We ate some food and took some photos and literally just like lounged around. It's so funny because sometimes I feel like the days where you're like the least motivated, if you just get out of the house and get moving, then you end up feeling really good. So I don't know, so glad that we didn't succumb to the like feeling of lack of motivation and do nothing, because today ended up being like such an incredible day. Now we make the journey back down.
Take this slow, we've got miles behind us, but miles to go. So let's just break this down to the simplest truth. You and I as one will always
future Arielle here. And before we jump back into the rest of this adventure, I just want to take a brief moment to give a shout out to the sponsor of today's video, which is Everfun, the maker of this backpack that I have literally worn on every single adventure of this trip so far. This is the Everfun hydration pack, and I've got to say, I've tried a lot of different day hiking backpacks over the years, and this is definitely one of my favorites. It's just super comfortable and really well designed, and it's got a surprising amount of storage for how compact of a bag it is. So storage wise, it starts with this front pocket here where I've been keeping a lot of my snacks and things for the days. It's a larger pocket than it looks, so I feel like even on our longest day hikes, which were pretty much full days, we were able to fit all of the food I needed in this pocket. Behind it, there's this kind of expandable stuff section, so you can expand these things and take, like, you know, whatever you want and shove it in here. It's really great for things like helmets, and on this trip I've been using it a lot for the layers that I'm taking on and off a lot. So if it's kind of going in and out of rain, I'll just shove my rain layer in here so I don't have to think about, you know, getting it all the way out of my pack every single time. On top, there's this smaller lined padded pocket, which is great for things like your cell phone, your sunglasses. And then finally, there's the larger zippered pocket where I've been keeping all of my extra layers for the day or any like large food products. This is also the home to the 2-liter water bladder that comes with this pack, which is BPA free. And then in the back of the pack, there's some insulation, which actually helps keep your water cool for up to 6 hours, which has been awesome on some of these hot days. The bladder filters through here, so you have easy access to the water. And these ultra elastic 3D padded straps are super comfortable, but also really like lightweight and breathable. You probably can't tell, but there's a lot of ventilation that comes through them. So again, also really nice on these hot days. Lastly, it has like a chest strap and a waist strap. So if you wanted to really have it stay secure to your body, like you wanted to run the last mile so that you could get to the place where you can have snacks even sooner, which I often find myself doing, has everything you need for that. And again, just super comfortable and lightweight. My favorite kind of sneaky feature of this pack, which I didn't even realize was there until a couple of days in, is on the bottom it has this zippered pocket here with a rain cover. And honestly, I don't know if I've ever really had a day pack that had a built-in rain cover, but it's so helpful because then you know no matter what the conditions are, you can keep all of your layers dry. Since a lot of my layers are down, like my warm layers are down, keeping them dry is so essential to having them actually function properly. So I've been really excited to have that, especially because we have had quite a bit of rain on this trip. So anyways, really loving this backpack. I'll put some information in the description box below and down in the comments if you want to check it out. And yeah, thank you to Everfun for sponsoring today's video. Let's jump back into the adventure. Good morning. Sam and I are just kind of slowly getting up and getting our day going here in the van. We're at a holiday park in Lake Tekapo, and it's actually been a couple of days since I filmed anything for you guys. We had the intention of doing like one hike every single day while we were here on our own in the van, but some life stuff has kind of come up. I've been having some health things happening unfortunately, and I'll share more about them in a later video. But anyways, it kind of forced us to slow down, and we had some like not as great weather too, which kind of went hand in hand with that. So we haven't done all that much in the last couple of days, which for me is probably good. I'm not very good at slowing down. I'm kind of a go, go, go kind of person. And yeah, so it's like kind of, it's hard for me to make the conscious decision to go slow and to like chill and relax, but I always feel really good and like really rested and nourished when I do. So it's been actually a very nice couple of days. And yesterday we actually went on a really cool last minute, like spontaneous adventure. So if you remember from last week's episode, we had done some cool adventures. One of them was a helicopter ride to the glacier and to like hike on the glacier. And while the hiking on the glacier part was cool, Sam and I were both like really obsessed with the helicopter ride and really wanted to see if maybe we could pull off one more opportunity to get in a helicopter here in New Zealand before we left. But it's pretty expensive, even with the exchange rate is in favor of the US dollar right now, so things are a little bit more affordable for us than they would be normally, but still like kind of more expensive than we wanted it to be. And then also we've had kind of crappy weather, but yesterday there was this kind of completely unexpected pocket of beautiful weather. And so we decided to see if there were any last minute spots for helicopter rides. And Sam, being so much more persistent than I am, was able to find a ride that was like starting like 30 minutes from when we called. And because we were just like a last minute addition, we were calling in about one of their like cheaper, shorter flights. They only had their like longest ultimate flight going on, and they actually offered us a discounted price, like the price of the shorter flight, to join the longer flight. I think because the longer flight was happening regardless, and so we were just like extra money. So anyways, somewhat of like a little travel tip is you can potentially get last minute deals on helicopter flights and things like that, because like they don't lose any money by giving it to you cheaper, if that makes sense. So anyways, before I jump into all the things we're gonna do today, let me show you that adventure.
Another helicopter ride.
Okay, welcome back to today and the van. This is actually our last day with this van, which is crazy because I haven't even shown you guys it yet. Right now it's in bed mode, which, to be honest, it's lived in bed mode the whole time. It's one of those vans that like converts to a table, but it's just such a pain to convert it and to like make your bed every single day. So we have literally not done it once. So the plan for this morning is to kind of put the van back together, make some breakfast. We got ourselves some pancakes, so like fancier breakfast today, and then we'll slowly make our way back to Christchurch to give the van back. But once we get the van all put back together, I'll give you like a full tour of the setup. Okay, actually, because when I put the van back together, the van will look really nice. I feel like I should actually show you what the van looks like right now, because this is a much more realistic representation of what it's looked like the last few days. So in bed mode, we do somewhat make the bed every day, but like loosely, like it's not nice. And then when we're sleeping, we have all of our stuff kind of piled at the end of the bed or in the front seat. And honestly, it's usually even more than this because I organized my stuff a little bit last night since it's the last day we have the van. And then back here, we have all of our tech stuff because the van doesn't have power itself, but they gave us this like plug to plug into the power sources at the RV parks. And so we have all our tech stuff. I have my school textbook and things like that. But yeah, basically it just ends up looking like a pile of stuff every single day because there's actually like not really any organizational system in here for stuff.
I called on a Monday, waiting for a sign, just sitting in my barrel. I got lost in the time, waiting for answers so I can just die happily ever after, even just for a night.
So I seriously underestimated how long it would take to cook pancakes on that little camp stove, and it ended up taking like over an hour. So we actually had to leave the camper van park because you have to leave at like 10 a.m. But we just pulled over in like a really beautiful area next to the lake and got the van all converted. So let me show you the setup. So this is what the van looks like when it's actually built, and it is really nice. Like it's comfortable. I can totally like sit here with plenty of space. So if you were on a rainy day somewhere, like it would be really nice to have this option. But like I said, we literally never undid the bed and made it into this, like, you know, table setup. Okay, and then this is actually what the kitchen setup looks with the tailgate open. It's pretty simple. This is just like a pump, like a water pump, and there's a gray tank underneath. There's like a big jug of water under there. This is kind of a mess because we use everything, but there's a little cook stove in there and all the cutlery, and then just a simple cooler, so we had to do ice every day. And then to make it self-contained, they put this toilet in here, but like, I don't know, it's next to all your food, so I definitely wouldn't use that unless you were absolutely desperate. So this bad boy never got used.
Happily ever after, even just for a night. Whoa, I need a lifeline. Whoa, to help me get it right. Followed up on Tuesday after staying up all night. Got nothing but silence at the end of the light.
Hello from a beach in Australia. Look who I found.
Fancy seeing you here. What are the chances?
It has been so nice hanging with Spice the last couple of days. This is like a little bit different than the last walk we had together.
Just a little bit, just, yeah. I mean, I enjoyed this too, so.
It has been really nice to see her. So we're over here in Australia, really just like visiting family, hanging out with Spice, being low-key. I had all of the intentions of vlogging this adventure the same way I vlogged New Zealand, but truth be told, it's just felt really nice to just kind of unwind and be present. And yeah, there's a lot of things happen. It's been a really big year, as you guys know, with the PCT, and then just getting back to regular life with school and work, and then adding in this adventure here. So I've decided, for my own mental health, I'm gonna take a little break from making videos and just give myself the holidays off. So this will be my last video for a little while, but I'll catch you guys again in the new year. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already,
Subscribe to my channel.
I'll see you guys next year. I don't know why, but I find these bathrooms so entertaining. All right, you ready?
Welcome to Exaloop. Please press button to close and lock door.
It's like spaceship bathroom. And then
Door locked. Your maximum use time is 10 minutes.
So you
Press button to unlock door.
so you have a 10-minute limit, and then I don't know if you can hear, but it just started playing music while you go to the bathroom. So funny. Cracks me up.